In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a quick intro to any of your videos using the free Windows Movie Maker software, which you can download from Windows if it's not already on your computer. Obviously, this only applies to Windows users, but Mac owners should have their own free software called iMovie. Start by opening up Windows Movie Maker and adding your video to the timeline. Click on Add Videos and Photos. Select the video from your computer and it will get added to your timeline. Now, to create an introduction section, click on the title icon. That's the one that has the text and a little bit of a line. So click on that and it will insert right before this black bar that you had at the beginning of the video. And then the black bar moves to the very beginning of that clip. If you have more than one video clip, you can insert that title anywhere. In this case, the default title clip is just black and white and lasts for 7 seconds, which is quite long. We'll edit each of these. First, click anywhere in the text box and type in your title text. Then start formatting the way you want your text to look. You can adjust the size of the box. You can adjust the placement of the box on the slide. You can adjust all the different types of fonts and size and colors. In this case, I'm going to pick a different font. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to adjust also the background color of the slide. So I'm going to go to background color, click the drop down arrow, and just pick something else that goes with your video. If you click back on the slide, your text will show up again as well. Now, you also want to set how long you want this introduction to last. 7 seconds in this case is perfectly fine. But you can adjust it right here where it says text duration, and that's in the Format tab for the text tools. You also want to make sure that the video lasts the same length. See, there's 2 parts to your introduction, the background and the text. Make sure they last the same amount of time. The next thing you want to do is pick the way you want the text to actually appear. So make sure you're set on the Format tab under Text Tools, and then hover over any of the different options on the right to see how the text can appear, an animation for that text. You can also click on the drop-down arrow to see all sorts of other options. Let's try one of these cinematic ones at the bottom. Yeah, this is far more interesting, so let's click on that and try it again. Okay, now I like the way that looks. So we'll stop. And now all that's missing is some background music. This is actually the hardest part since it's difficult to find just the right music for your intro. Keep an eye out for deals on royalty-free music, or just Google free royalty-free music. If you have a video in which you're talking, you'll need separate music just for your intro. If your whole video has music as the background, then you just need a clip that's either as long as your video, longer, which you can trim, or one that can repeat over and over. In this sample video, I'm talking, so I need a very short piece of music for the intro. Since the fade out feature for audio in Windows Movie Maker doesn't really give you a lot of control, your best bet is to find some music that has a short musical phrase in the beginning that you can just clip out, or one that's the right length. In this case, I found something on a site called media.co.uk. Here's the home page for that site. First, click on Copyright Free Music. Read all the instructions. It does say you'll need to give attribution to their site in your notes, so you can do that either in the description on YouTube or even in the credits in a last slide on your video. Now listen to the different tracks and pick one that you like. I picked one called 7 Seconds because it happens to last 7 seconds, which is the right length. To download the file, you can click on it and then right-click right in the box where the player is and click on Save Video As. and you can just save it. It'll save as an MP3, which is the right format. Now go back to Windows Movie Maker. Make sure your cursor, this black bar, is at the very beginning where you want the music to go. Then go back to Home, click on Add Music, and then click on that clip that you want to insert. Okay, my music is there, and one of the first things you want to do is adjust it so that it fades out. So make sure you're on Music Tools and go to Fade Out, click the down arrow, and click one of the speeds that you want it to fade out on. I'll just click medium. And let's see what that sounds like. Perfect, just the right length. And one other thing that you need to do, which I've already done on this particular video, but you can do right in Windows Movie Maker, is create a transition that goes from your introduction to the video itself. To do that, select that particular clip by clicking on it, go to Animations, and you can hover over any of these different options on the left to show how you can fade from one part, your introduction, to your main video. So in this case, I can change it to that. And let's go back to the beginning again and preview it. Perfect. Finally, you need to save your movie project. So go back to the Home tab and click on the down arrow next to the Home tab and click on Save Project As. That way you'll have it as a Windows Movie Maker project and you can go back and make changes. Now you're ready to actually save it as a video. You can do that either from that drop-down box where it says Save Movie, or you can go to the right-hand side of your menu and click the down arrow where it says Save Movie. And I'm just going to click on the recommended settings for this. So when you click on that, you'll get a pop-up box where you can indicate where you want your movie, give it a title, and click Save. It'll take a little while to render, so let me just show you the final result since I've already saved one copy. And that's it. We're all done. We've created the introduction. You might want to go through the same process to create an outro or call to action ending too. Just copy what you did for the intro, but put it at the end of your timeline instead. Change the text to tell people what you'd like them to do next, and then save everything and produce your video, and you're all done.